Hey, Viking fans, are you ready for winners and losers? Titans versus the Vikings? Listen to it next in three, two, one. Gather around, Skull Brothers and Sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can find me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you hit like, get me to 50 likes. I appreciate it. That's what pushes the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to everybody in my live broadcast, my watch party yesterday. After it, right after I checked the views, I had over 500 views. I exceeded 30 listeners, watchers at one time. That is a record for me. I appreciate it. And that's a preseason game. A preseason game. Let's go. Let's go. And now it's almost, I think it's like 700 people are actually going back and watching it again, which I don't know why. I mean, the game's over, but hey, why not do it? I appreciate it. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of my first ever watch party. Thank you for GG Sports. Thank Jamie and Casey. Thank you, Justin, for coming out. Let's talk about winners and losers, but make sure you're aware that if you join my membership, it's right next to the subscribe button. You can also get exclusive content. And go check it out. Just click join. Go check out what the benefits are. Tell me if you like them. Email me at mnsportspodcast. Let me know. mnsportspodcast@gmail.com. Let me know if you want to make any changes or things I could add. I appreciate it. All right, let's talk about it. Winners and losers of yesterday's game. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let me bring up the first guy, Najee Thompson. He had another awesome special teams day. He did leave with an injury. He didn't come back in. He missed a tackle, and I don't know. He fell hard and he got taken out of the game. I hope he's healthy. He was fast tracking to come out of nowhere to make this team get better or be ready, man. I hope you get to play the third game. I hope you get a chance to be on special teams. We need you. We need a baller like that on special teams. We need a gunner, and you look like you can handle it. So you are a special teams ace. I saw an interview with you and Purple Pocket Podcast. I watched almost the whole thing. Very, very solid football mind there. All right. Loser. I am sorry. And I hate to say loser. But Austin Schlottman had a rough day. He was okay last week. He was not so well this week. He even ran over Brandel one time, took him out of a play. I don't think he was calling protections right, because there was a time where they just let two guys run in, both him and Brandel move over to the left. The two guys come in and make the play, tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Nobody touched them, and I have a feeling had a lot to do with the protection call or the blocking scheme call, because it was a run play. I don't know. You need to block somebody coming off the backside like that. You can't just let them run free and tackle a guy 3 yards back. But honestly, the whole offensive line, even Brandel wasn't the greatest. There was plays where he was stonewalling guys. It was really good, really good. But hey, they were getting penetration. Offensive line was not a winner today. Austin Schlottman probably not so good. Let me just talk about Ole Udo too. That was a terrible game, man. I don't like to use loser, but that was a bad game. That was a bad game. The penalties, the not blocking anybody, it just wasn't a good, man. It wasn't good. I expected more out of you. I was a real advocate for you returning as a right tackle, because you did play well when Brian O'Neill went down. This just makes me want to put Brian O'Neill in bubble wrap. All right. Ole Udo, not a good game. Here's some winners. Let's get some winners out here. These guys can rebound. I don't think they're lost causes. Tight ends, big winners all the way around, man. Those tight ends. Who do we got here? We got Nick Muse, Ben Sims leading receiving, 3 receptions for Nick Muse, 46 yards, 4 targets. Ben Sims, great route and catch. Ben Sims, 2 receptions, 38 yards off of 2 targets. I think there was another guy. God, I can't think of him right now. Colin Thompson. I think he's a tight end. 2 receptions, 31 yards, 2 targets. So it was a tight end game. We threw the tight ends way too much. I'm not gonna lie, the receivers all didn't look too bad. There was some catches by our receivers that got called back because we were holding, because our offensive line was holding. And shout out to Tristan Jackson. I'll give him an honorable mention because he got the penalties killed him. Yeah, another guy. I'll bring him up here. I'll bring him up later. There's another receiver I'm calling out. Ivan Pace Jr. looks solid again. Green dot looks good on you, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. Lewis Seen. Lewis Seen's a winner. And you're going to say, well, he missed that guy. He missed that running back. He got hurdled. Later, he does the same. He actually saves a touchdown, making a play on Malik Willis. So, not, but the rest of the game pretty solid. He missed that. He filled the hole properly. But you know what? Our nose tackle, I think it's Smith, got blown off the ball so bad that gave that running back such a wide ass open hole that Lewis Seen had to fill it, was a problem. Our defensive line got blown off the ball, especially our nose tackle, who's our backup. Hopefully Tonga can fill that gap, but Smith got repeatedly blown off the ball, which will bring me to another loser. Lewis Seen was a winner in this game. He was made a captain before the game. The Vikings like what they see. You captain for the preseason, not for the regular season, but they have respect for him. He played well. He just got beat because he got hurdled. The guy had a running start. Lewis Seen had to fill a huge hole because of Smith got just taken out of the play, just devastated 5 yards up the field. Just open up the hole for him. We need more fight out of our defensive line. So defensive line losers today because they ran. How much running did they do? 281 yards on 40 carries. Enough said. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was terrible. A guy that surprised me who is a winner today, Troy Dye, played well. Run defense, played well. Pass defense, got an interception. Troy Dye is finally stepping up after all these years. He is scraped by as a special teamer, and Troy Dye looked good in this game. We'll see what he is against better competition, but I think they played their offensive line quite a bit of that game, the starters. So Troy Dye looked good. I'm impressed, man. Thank you for stepping up. We need that. There is not enough depth there, so Troy Dye stepped up. And I guess honorable mention because who else? Troy Reeder had 5 tackles. I didn't see him though, but he had 5 tackles. Lewis Seen had 7. Jay Ward stepping up with 6 tackles. I probably could have named him a winner too. Aaron Dykes, winner. Why? Because he had 2 good returns, 2 not so good. But would you have taken those returns out? I don't know. Hopefully he's a good decision maker there. But he came in a 2-minute, he came in and ran the ball well and got a screen pass, and he did all right. He did good. He won potentially a job if Kenny Nwangu can't come back. We need an Aaron Dykes for return purposes, and he wasn't. He looks like a pretty decent third down back. I'm not gonna lie. There was some skill there. What do we got here? Oh, here's the receiver I said was a big winner. Why? Because punt returns were good. Brandon Powell starting to look like he's winning that job. I know if we get rid of Rager, we lose $2 million, and if we get rid of Powell, we only lose 800,000. But Brandon Powell just looked good as a receiver and a punt returner. Rager looked better last week, let's say. Powell looked better this week. Tiebreaker against the Cardinals. Let's see what happens. Rager was a winner last week. Powell's a winner this week. Let's go. Dwayne McBride, big winner, caught a pass, was in there on a 2-minute drill. Then I could think he got subbed out for Dykes. There's like 4 minutes left, but call it a 2-minute drill. And he caught a pass. He ran well, and he scored a touchdown. Dwayne McBride turned the game around because I think our offensive line, at least at that point, was playing better, making holes. He was getting forward earlier. I'm not gonna rule out Ty Chandler. He looked good early, but he only ended up with 2.2 yards per carry. That's because offensive line just went to nothing. In the first couple of drives, Ty Chandler looked good. I'm not worried about him. That 2.2, not so bad. Aaron Dykes, 6.3 yards per carry. McBride, 3 yards per carry, 6 for 18. Well, he had a 1-yard run for a touchdown. So, you're going to have some short yardage runs that are going to make you look bad, but over a course of the game. But Dwayne McBride caught a pass, 1 for 11. Dykes, 1 for 11 yards. Those two guys stepped it up a little bit. I was impressed. They're not world beaters or anything, but enough to tell me that they can play football in this league. I liked it. Nick Mullins. Blah, blah. Why did I put blah, blah? He honestly had a great game. I don't know why I put blah. He's a winner. I don't know why I put blah, blah. I was gonna. Oh no, sorry, Nick. I was confused with Nick Muse. Nick Mullins was blah blah. Sorry, for some reason. A big shout to Nick Muse. I know I put tight ends were winners, but Nick Muse was a winner. Sims was a winner. Nick Mullins was blah blah. Why? Because it's another slow start. Okay, now the defense is going to get to the quarterback. The defense is going to get to the quarterback, but when they don't, and you got a guy open, you need to hit him. And that what stalled drives for us is because the passes he overthrew a guy, didn't get it to him, threw it behind him, killed drives because it just gives the defense more opportunity to keep us from getting first downs. And Nick Mullins was shaky, and he's shakier earlier. He gets better as the game goes on, gets more confident. I don't know. It's still, it's your opportunity. I can't say he didn't go down necessarily. He is who he is. He didn't go up. So that's why I said blah blah. Nick Mullins was blah blah yesterday, but hey, a guy who I say is a winner. Didn't have the greatest game, but Jaren Hall's a winner. He let him down for a touchdown. He looked confident in the pocket. As a rookie, he did what rookies do and holds on to the ball a little too long. But if you watched him in the pocket, the mobility was there. He escaped pressure. He ran the ball when he needed to and got a first down, which impressed me. Jaren Hall took a step forward today, built a little more confidence in the Minnesota Viking for Minnesota Viking fans. Probably the coaching staff too. They liked what they saw. Jaren Hall, it would be cool if he got to start the game next week and see what he can do with some better, with the better offensive line out there, better, tougher competition, and get some, have him in there with Ty Chandler, do all that. So Jaren Hall was a winner. Who was the big winner, man? You just got to say the tight ends. I don't know. We're deep at tight end now all of a sudden. I don't necessarily want to be relying on the tight ends all the time. But you would have to say if there was one person, Nick Muse has probably stepped up the best. Defense, I'm not going to tell you there was a huge winner, but Nick Muse on offense, yeah, you'd have to be him probably. Sims, looked good too. Ben Sims really looked good. So those two guys, Thayer Thomas at receiver, 3 for 32. That wasn't too bad. Tristan Jackson looks like a solid player. A lot of our receivers, I would say Brandon Powell. So maybe Brandon Powell only had one catch, but he had, I think he was a victim of a guy, a play being called back because of holding. But in the same way with Tristan Jackson. But Nick Muse, Brandon Powell, punt returning, Dykes going from out of nowhere to potentially making the team. All right. That's it, guys. Make sure you hit like, comment, go check out the join button, see what membership means. $2.99 a month or $4.99 a month. There's two different levels. I appreciate it. Skull Vikings, cue the music.